Good morning. Good morning. There's more people here than that. I can see you. Good morning. Welcome to Orange County. Thank you very much for being here today. Welcome to the Division of Motor Vehicles Weigh Station. And I got to say that everything that we use, eat, and buy comes to us by way of transport trailers. And this is often some of the most forgotten law enforcement officers in our force at the Weights and Motors places here. As we ride by, look over and wave at them. They're doing a hard job, and I'm proud of the work that they do throughout the state to make sure that our roadways are safe. It's been said that many hands make light work, and I believe that that's true. As you look around at all the partners that are here today and think about the fact that the law enforcement leaders have made a decision to be involved with Mothers Against Drunk Driving, Mark Ezell, Cheryl Leonard, and the other law enforcement representatives across the state have made it very easy to be part of something big. I believe that we're better trained, better prepared, and better equipped to do that work than we ever have been. We are totally committed to this endeavor and the mission of MAD. And I appreciate the fact that all of you are here today to help in that endeavor and support us as well. Without you, we couldn't do the work that we're doing. Cheryl, Mark, thank you very much for what you're doing. We've got a lot of dignitaries here, including our governor. I don't know who all of you are, but I know you're here. So thank you for being here. Thank you for supporting us, and I'll turn it over to Mark Ezell.
Thank you very much, Sheriff. It is an honor to be here in Orange County with Governor Cooper, with the Colonel, and with the other dignitaries we have here today. I see Commissioner Causey is here with the Department of Insurance. I see the Chief of Durham. Thank you very much for being here, and all of you who are here today. We've got a little bit of issues here with the mic. So I'll just speak from here.
Turn that off.
Thank you, folks. I hope this works. My name is Mark Ezell. I'm the director of the North Carolina Governor's Highway Safety Program. Our office works to promote efforts across North Carolina to keep our citizens safe and to help them avoid roadway crashes. We do that in a variety of different ways, including today's initiative around the Thanksgiving Click It or Ticket campaign. Unfortunately, we have people in North Carolina who are dying on our roadways every day. Many of them are dying as a result of their failure to simply wear a seatbelt. This is tragic any time of year, but it's especially tragic around the Thanksgiving holidays. Last year around Thanksgiving, we had 20 people killed on our state's roadways. Of those 20, 13, over 60% were not wearing a seatbelt. So that's why, starting today through December 1st, members of law enforcement are going to be out across the state from Murphy to Manteo as part of the Thanksgiving Click It or Ticket campaign. We could not do this without the great partnerships that we have across North Carolina with law enforcement, with policymakers, with other departments in North Carolina that have made this a success. Among those great partners has been the North Carolina Highway Patrol. And that's why I'm pleased that we have today Colonel Glenn McNeil here with the North Carolina Highway Patrol to talk a little bit about the work that they're doing. I encourage the Colonel to end this with having State Highway Patrol helicopters drop live turkeys. The Colonel dissuaded me from that idea. And I think what we're going to have today is a great event where we highlight the North Carolina Highway Patrol and other partners across North Carolina that have made this a success. So, Colonel, I'm going to hand this decrepit microphone over to you and have you do a little better job with it than I did.
All right, thank you, sir.
Testing, test.
Are you sure? I think so. Are you sure? I'm sure right now. All right. Good morning to all.
Good morning.
Governor Cooper, come on back.
One of those cars up there.
Testing, test. I think that's it. Testing, test. Test, test.
Turn it off. Yeah. There you go. All right. Good morning to all in attendance. Governor Cooper, Director Ezell, Commissioner Causey, all of our distinguished guests, thank you all for being here as we kick off this campaign. On behalf of the men and women of the North Carolina State Highway Patrol, I take great privilege in joining each of you as we kick off and announce this important campaign. A campaign that has contributed to saving thousands of lives of motorists who travel on our highways to their intended destination. The kickoff and this announcement is intentional that we do it on this day as we begin the busiest travel period in the state of North Carolina with our Thanksgiving travel holiday. Among the vast number of public safety partners who are all here today, we all share in a common mission. A mission to ensure public safety for all communities we so humbly strive to serve. While individual missions among our collective organizations contrast from one another, the end result and the overall purpose of all is synonymous. One way we can jointly obtain our mission to prolong life is to consistently stress the importance of using a seatbelt. The life-saving tool provided nearly everyone who travels on our roadways is far too often overlooked. Law enforcement is critical, but personal responsibility is even more important. Last year, the State Highway Patrol investigated 355 fatal collisions where an occupant was inside a vehicle and had a seatbelt provided to them, but they failed to use it, and it ultimately resulted in their deaths. 7 fatal collisions that involved children who were not properly restrained in an approved car seat. That's 362 total decisions, which affected 362 families, causing devastation to 362 families forever. These statistics should be unacceptable for every law enforcement partner who is represented here today. Our goal with this in mind, we cannot discontinue our efforts to raise awareness of the importance of wearing seatbelts and child restraint devices. Collectively, there is far too much work that needs to be done. Our mission is simple: ensure all motorists are adhering to our seatbelt laws and never waver until this mission is accomplished. My hope is to one day report that we have achieved our collective goal of 0 lives being lost on our highways due to 100% seatbelt compliance rates. As we launch this Click It or Ticket campaign, I urge everyone in attendance to help share our public safety message. Please buckle up, every seat, every time, and thank you all for your attendance and being here. Thank you.
Thank you, Colonel, for those inspiring words. You know, it takes the work of everyone, in my view today and others, to really make a successful campaign like this. The Thanksgiving Click It or Ticket campaign involves law enforcement officers from Murphy to Manteo and departments large and small in making and helping keep North Carolinians safe on our roadways. It's not simply the fact that they're here to give a ticket. It's also the fact that they are here to protect lives. And that the fact that they are here doing the great work that's being done from now until the end of this campaign has a deterrent effect on North Carolinians across the state. Now, I gotta say, we could not do any of this, though, without strong leadership. There has not been a stronger leader on traffic safety issues in the past 30 years than Governor Roy Cooper. From the time that he has been in the North Carolina General Assembly, to his years as Attorney General, to now his role as governor of this state, he has been a strong supporter of law enforcement and of traffic safety initiatives. I am pleased and proud to serve as the director of the North Carolina Governor's Highway Safety Program and to take leadership from one of the finest public servants I know, Governor Roy Cooper. Governor?
Thank you, Mark. Growing up on the farm in eastern North Carolina, you had to holler to communicate. When Dad's tractor would break down in the field, he'd say, "Son, bring me that wrench." I'd say, "Okay," and bring in the wrench. So that's what we're going to do today. Mark Ezell, thank you so much for your leadership of the North Carolina Governor's Highway Safety Program. It is saving lives every day, and we're grateful for that. Sheriff Charles Blackwood and your entire department, we're grateful for the hard work that you do and the strong leadership that you show in Orange County. Colonel Glenn McNeil, grateful for your leadership of the North Carolina Highway Patrol, those brave men and women who patrol our highways whenever they make a stop. They never know who may be in that car or what danger may face them. And we've got to be grateful for those men and women every single day. Insurance Commissioner Mike Causey, thank you for being here. I know you want to keep everybody's insurance rates lower, so we want to make sure that accidents don't happen, that we can prevent them when we can. Local government officials, thank you for being here. Thank you for the Department of Transportation members for being here. And I know we're going to hear from someone who was saved by wearing a seatbelt. You know, during this holiday season, it's to be a happy time, but we know that some families will experience the tragedy of losing a life on our highways sometime over the holiday. There are ways to reduce these tragedies. It only takes a split second for a car accident to happen, but it only takes about 2 seconds to put on a seatbelt. In 2018, 1,440 lives were lost on North Carolina roadways. That's 1,400 families who lost a loved one, people who lost friends, communities that lost important people in their neighborhood. Many of these crashes were preventable if people in the car would choose to buckle up. I want to say to all of the men and women of law enforcement, thank you for your courage. Thank you for working to enforce this law, to remind people to pay attention. And it's not just seat belts, it's prevention of drunk driving, it's prevention of driving while texting, or driving while distracted, or driving while thinking about something else. We got everyone to remember that when you're out on that highway, not only can you put your own life in danger, but the lives of others and the lives of the people who are driving with you. Thank you to all of the first responders who are here, who help every day, to the EMS and the fire departments. So grateful for your work. And I want to thank each and every one of you for what you do to keep us safe. We also lose law enforcement officers in the line of duty, sometimes on the highway trying to enforce those laws. And just last week, we lost a sheriff's deputy in Northampton County, McKean Brooks, in the line of duty. To his family and all the families of law enforcement that we have lost, we hope God will be with you during these holidays, and that family and friends will help you to remember the good things. Our Thanksgiving should be a time of celebration. So let's do our part as we travel during this time of year and make sure everyone in our car is wearing a seatbelt. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Governor, for those inspiring words and for the years of support that you have provided all of our efforts to keep North Carolinians safe. The Governor alluded to the fact that we lost a law enforcement officer just last week. And we have in North Carolina, flags have been flying at half-staff in honor of Deputy Brooks. We have also a trooper here today who we didn't lose, who's got a compelling story to tell about the importance of seatbelt use. So I'm now going to call on Trooper Brian Jones to tell us his personal story about the importance of seatbelt use. Trooper, thank you.
Good morning. Thank you, Governor Cooper, Colonel McNeil, Mark Gazelle. It's an honor to be in your presence along with firefighters, first responders, law enforcement, and other guests. My name is Brian Jones, and the last second decision to buckle up on April 14, 2018 saved my life, my children's life, and my family. I was traveling on US 70 in Johnson County, near the city limits of Clayton, when I moved behind a stolen vehicle. I attempted to stop that vehicle, and a chase ensued. We traveled several miles throughout the county before suspect's vehicle traveled off the roadway. It had come back onto the roadway and it struck my left front quarter panel of my patrol vehicle. Our car's locked. We traveled into a deep ditch. Ultimately, my car turned upside down. I was suspended by my seatbelt momentarily, but I was able to make a decision to escape the vehicle once the vehicle had stopped moving. I may not have had that opportunity had I not been wearing my seatbelt that day. My story is one of survival. But many people, as we've heard, don't make the choice to buckle themselves up or their children. I'm asking you to please buckle up in every seat, every time. Just to reiterate what the Colonel had conveyed. The seatbelt not only saved me from minor injuries, but it saved my life. Click it or tick. Thank you.
Trooper, thank you very much for those wise words. That concludes the kickoff of our Thanksgiving Click It or Ticket campaign. We encourage a couple of things. One, our officers, if you would stick around, come up here and have a photo with the governor, we would be grateful for that. And also, note that around this area we have a variety of different displays. We have our seatbelt dispenser, we have a crash car here. We also want to welcome and urge you to visit our JOCO Team Drivers Group associated with high schools in Johnson County. Thank you very much for coming, and we wish you a very safe and joyous Thanksgiving season.
Well done, sir. Well done. You did good. You did good.